Hey everybody, this is your right geek, honorary man king, and leader of the Awkward Cough Squad, here with another comic review. Today I'm going to talk about Common America by Timothy Lin and Mark Pellegrini. I really loved this, as many other people have loved this. I also loved this as well when I read this. Actually, this ended up being rather personal for me because while when I was growing up, I was very much a tomboy. I am the daughter of someone who is, in fact, a fashion designer and a costume designer. So, essentially, this book could be like my mom's story if she were growing up in my generation or in the millennial or Zoomer generation instead of the generation she grew up in, which was, she's a late boomer. So she's an actual boomer, not just a joke boomer. So the whole theme that we see throughout this book about this character being pressured to be somehow more masculine and not be as girly as she actually is. I feel that on a personal level, because even though I am not girly myself, like I said, I'm the daughter of someone who is very traditionally girly, and I would hate to think that someone like my mom, if she were growing up today, that she would be discouraged from being the kind of person she actually is. So I love that this book basically argues that traditional girliness is just as valid as being a tomboy. So we had that great aspect to it. I also love the subtle comment that is made. Let me see if I can find the page. Let me find the page. Oh yeah, right here. I like the subtle comment that's made here, with her friend, where she says, "At least you always knew what you wanted to be. That's why Miss Wormy never picked on you." And her friend says, "That's because I wanted to be a geologist. She was all about the science. Told me to grow up, get that degree, and break that glass ceiling like it was still 1955 or something. My graduating class was 75% women. At the lab, I have one male coworker, and he's a total fruitcake. Some glass ceiling." So, I just like to comment on that because I was... I majored in a life science. I majored in neuroscience when I went to my college 20 years ago. And yeah, by my generation, the life sciences were dominated by women. And yet people are still arguing that women are not being encouraged to go into science. It's just not true. My entire life, I was encouraged constantly to go into science, to study math, basically told 24/7 that I can be anything I want to be. So to act like, as she says, to act like it's still 1955, yeah, that's dumb, and I love that they made that little comment too. And just overall, I like the overarching theme that the overarching point that what you should be is who you really are and not what other people want you to be. I also thought it was interesting too that her agent, when she was starting to get into the superhero life, the agent seemed to be mostly about appearances instead of what was actually good. And I think that that's a very nice sort of subtle comment on our society today, where a lot of people are equating, again, being good with just what appears to be good or what appears to be fashionable at the time. instead of what is genuinely good and what is genuinely making the world a better place. So overall, just thematically, this book is really wonderful. It's I really enjoyed reading it. I enjoyed the art. The art was very nice to look at. We had women looking like women, which is really essential in comic books, because it is a visual medium, as many people have said. And just the theme of being who you are, and emphasizing the American ideas of self-reliance and self-determination, that's fantastic. I want to see more from this universe. I can't wait to see what's going to come in the next book, because this is what Timothy Lim and Mark Pellegrini are doing. I think is really fantastic. I'm very excited by their universe, as many other people are. I would like to join in the choir of praises here. This is very, very good. I enjoyed it. Can't wait to see the next book. Thank you for listening to this review, and I will speak to you again on Thursday.